Morning, hey everyone. Real quick, there's a couple of stocks that we're watching this morning. GLOP, PLIN, Tesla, MIO, or MYO actually. Um, which other one? JAN, that I figured was going to be a great thing, but very unfortunate to see this ramp up in the morning. And if you notice here, this trend line, it was gapping up to resistance right there, and if we was able to break that, then we have another level right here that we could have gone to 720. But I was telling people this morning earlier that gapping up into resistance, I wasn't really so sure about that. There was a nice possibility for a pullback. The problem with this is that was HTB, or hard to borrow, so I was not really interested in trading or playing this game, this name. PLIN, or PLIN, on the other hand, China Xiantai, if that's the way that you gotta say it. China Xiantai Foods. Yeah, just bear with me, guys. I'm just making a joke here. On the other hand, it looked okay, but before I put that one, GLOP was the one that I preferred this morning. Very unfortunate that it didn't happen. And I started watching the first bound right here. I was looking for taking out the 402, and it did happen. But the problem is that if you notice this candle here, like the volume was 700 shares. 700 shares. Like, who in the world is gonna, like, I was like, not, these had no volume. There's no way I'm gonna, take a stab at this thing. I don't want to get stuck in a position here. So I went to PLIN. On PLIN, you're gonna notice a couple of things here. It started to just flush on the W app, the 50 micro bounce right here around the 100 simple moving average on the one. And I was talking about the test of the 50 and the 100 right here. You see 375 and $3.68 around this area. Micro bounce, I was looking for that micro bounce to get in, which gave us right here at 418, 420. Right there, open at 420, and 418 is the open. 420 is the close. That right there was a micro bounce that we had on 1 minute time frame with a very decent bear trap pattern. Now, the bear trap pattern is a pattern that develops to make you believe that we're gonna have a breakout, and then it just rolls over and flushes on the opposite side of your position. And the same fashion, bull traps are the same way. It makes you think that this pattern develops and goes to the downside. It prints a candle breaking down and then rolls over right back up to the opposite side of your trade. If you're going short. So both bull traps and bear traps, they design to make you believe one thing. And for people that don't really have a lot of experience, then it will make you fail on your trade. Took a first step, 418 and 420, making a nice pin-up formation right here. And the breakout was a bear trap formation. I was looking for a test of $3.62. Again, looking for the test right here on the 15 simple moving average. And on the 15, I apologize, the 15 minute time frame on the 50 simple moving average and the 100 simple moving average. 375, 368, with a couple of trend lines that we have here, 362, 350, that we set up afterwards. You can notice here a little bounce, breaking out here, and then rolling down to go to a low of $4.67. If you look at right here or back here again, we got a 367. And average 100 was 368. 375 was the 50 simple moving average, and 368 the 100. And this thing started to flush down. I almost immediately took 3/4 out when it came down like that to test these levels that I was looking at. Held up a quarter, bounced up, came right back down. I was looking for 360, to come down in these areas here. I got really spooked in this area, and I think it was around this candle that I didn't really feel that it was going to get me what I wanted, and I stepped out. On this trade, I went out with a market order because I felt that I could have gotten a lot of slippage and that I was not going to be filled on time when I wanted to get out of the 3/4. So I sent out the order, and I got, when it was actually tapping here and making a little bounce off of the 100. So right now, this stock is just going sideways, doesn't have a lot of action. And you can see here that we talked about this trend line here as well. I got a question if this one was going to be going to 366. I got a question while we were streaming on YouTube. And yeah, it broke down the 362, 350 that we had right here, this trend lines on the low of this candle, and then the low of this candle right here that we have 349. So I figure 350 is very close to 349 is very close to the $0.50 support. And then we have the low of this candle right here, 362. I had asked if we were going to go to 366, and I said, well, I think we're gonna go to 362. As a matter of fact, if you see here, tap those trend lines, a little bit of flag formation, consolidation right here, a little bit of sideways price action around these areas with a small flag. Again, the flags, what the flags represent is kind of like a slowdown on the trend. It's some sort of a pause on the trend prior to following through on the overall trend. Broke down the 350 support, pardon me, and went down to the low of $3.11. If you notice here, we have really no support under this area, so this is the reason why I flush like that. And right here is a $3.11. I was already out by the time because I got kind of like shaken off, and I decided that I didn't want to hold so long, and I actually got out on this around this flag, the quarter that I was holding. But overall was great. I was able to take almost around 45 cents, almost 50 cents. So it was a decent trade for me. Another good day, closing the day green, and that's what really matters. And I enjoyed this trade. It was kind of early. Then we kept on checking all the stocks that were actually Tesla ramping up today. As a matter of fact, going higher. LAUU also ramped up. MIO had a crazy pullback. So there's a lot of things that have been happening. A lot of things have been going on. But I just wanted to bring you that recap and that message. Again, also, guys, from this weekend and on, I'll be sending a watch list prior to the trading week for the swing trade watch list I'm going to be building, with a nice opportunity for day trade as well on those names. If you want to get this information on your email, go to traderscolony.com and create a free account so you can receive that information on your email and take advantage of that information for you to use it prior to following trading week. For now, I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day and happy trading. Thank you.